take you to the bank, to the blood bank.
Did one of Hollywood's most controversial martial artists really cross paths with the legendary Bruce Lee? The claim has captured imaginations for decades, spawning countless debates in dojos and online forums. Steven Seagal, the Aikido master who rose to action movie stardom in the late 1980s, has made intriguing statements about his connection to Bruce Lee.
I get asked about Bruce Lee all the time. Like any other human being, he was human. I mean, people love to have a hero. Yes, he was very fast, but I know other people also just as fast. One of my students was a guy called James Coburn. And when I'd go up to his house in Nevada, Bruce Lee was there a lot. Did I know Bruce, talk to him, learn from him? Nothing like that. But I did get to see him and watch him and talk to him. And I can tell you that his sidekick, his Yokogiri, was spectacular. Best I've ever seen to this day. Much better than me, ever was, ever will be, ever could. He was amazing.
But what's the real story behind these claims, and how do they stand up to historical scrutiny? Let's go on a comprehensive investigation that will separate fact from fiction and reveal the truth behind this fascinating piece of martial arts lore. The story recently gained renewed attention in 2012 interview between Steven Seagal and martial arts journalist Michael Schiavello. This interview, which has since become a subject of intense debate within the martial arts community, seemed to suggest an extraordinary connection between Seagal and Lee. However, as we'll discover, the reality is far more nuanced than initial interpretations suggested. To properly understand this story, we need to examine it through multiple lenses: the historical timeline, the social connections of both men, the cultural context of martial arts in America during the 1960s and 70s, and the specific claims made in the infamous interview. One of the most crucial elements in analyzing this story is the timeline. Steven Seagal was born in 1952, making him approximately 12 years younger than Bruce Lee. This age difference immediately presents some logical challenges to any claims of a significant relationship between the two martial artists. During Bruce Lee's most active teaching period in America, 1966 to 1971, Seagal would have been between 14 and 19 years old. Bruce Lee's pivotal years in entertainment and martial arts can be traced through several key periods that shaped his legacy. His rise to prominence began in 1965 to 1966 when he secured the role of Kato in The Green Hornet, which not only brought him national recognition, but also opened doors for him to begin teaching martial arts to Hollywood celebrities.
The tiger that start like a tiger, using claw to claw the face, or the beak of the crane to the eyes move.
This exposure led to an important phase between 1967 and 1969, during which Lee forged significant relationships with influential actors like James Coburn and Steve McQueen, who became both his students and supporters in the entertainment industry. However, Lee's trajectory faced a serious setback in 1970 when he suffered a debilitating back injury that significantly limited his physical activities and forced him to reconsider his approach to both training and performing. The following year, 1971, marked another crucial turning point when the Silent Flute project, which held great promise for Lee's Hollywood career, collapsed. This disappointment ultimately influenced his decision to return to Hong Kong, where he would find greater success in the Asian film industry. Tragically, Lee's remarkable journey came to an abrupt end in 1973 when he passed away in Hong Kong, leaving behind a profound legacy that would influence martial arts and entertainment for generations to come. These years, though relatively few in number, represent a period of intense development, challenges, and transformations that defined Bruce Lee's impact on both martial arts and popular culture. During these crucial years, Seagal would have been transitioning from high school to his early martial arts training. According to various biographical sources, he didn't begin his serious study of Aikido until he moved to Japan in the early 1970s. Seagal's claim of meeting Lee through James Coburn deserves particular attention. While Coburn did indeed train with Bruce Lee and maintained a significant relationship with him, this connection reveals several historical inconsistencies in Seagal's account. The relationship between Lee and Coburn reached its peak during the development of The Silent Flute, an ambitious martial arts film project. This collaboration ended poorly in 1971 when Coburn, after a challenging location scouting trip to India, effectively killed the project by refusing to film there. This decision deeply affected Lee, who had viewed the film as his potential breakthrough in Hollywood. The timing of this relationship makes it highly unlikely that Coburn could have facilitated a meeting between Lee and Seagal, as Seagal was still in his formative years and had not yet established himself in the martial arts world. One of the most specific details in Seagal's account involves claims about bonding with Lee over their Hapa, mixed-race children. According to Seagal, Lee introduced his son Brandon as his little Caucasian boy. However, this claim faces several chronological challenges. Brandon Lee was born in 1965 when Seagal was only 12 to 13 years old. Shannon Lee was born in 1969. Seagal's own first child wasn't born until 1975, 2 years after Bruce Lee's death. This timeline makes it impossible for the two men to have bonded over their experiences as fathers of mixed-race children during the period Seagal describes. Steven Seagal's martial arts timeline presents clear evidence that makes his alleged encounters with Bruce Lee impossible. While Seagal's initial exposure to martial arts came during his high school years in the late 1960s, he didn't move to Japan until the early 1970s. His serious Aikido training didn't begin until around 1974, followed by his first teaching position in the mid-1970s. Since Bruce Lee passed away in 1973, it would have been impossible for Seagal to have demonstrated any significant Aikido skills to Lee, as he hadn't yet developed his expertise in the art during Lee's lifetime. The most surprising revelation comes from a careful review of the 2012 Schiavello interview that sparked this controversy. Upon detailed analysis, it becomes clear that Seagal never actually claimed to have fought Bruce Lee. This misunderstanding appears to have originated from confusion about Seagal's discussion of a fight scene he performed with Dan Inosanto, one of Bruce Lee's closest students, in the 1991 film Out for Justice. While Seagal's direct connection to Bruce Lee appears to be mythological, there are legitimate connections between Seagal and the broader Bruce Lee circle that developed later. His work with Dan Inosanto in Out for Justice, later connections to the Hollywood martial arts community, possible interactions with Brandon Lee in the early 1990s, relationships with other Bruce Lee students and associates. This examination of the Seagal-Lee story reveals fundamental truths about martial arts culture. It demonstrates how martial arts legends can rapidly take root and spread, while highlighting why meticulous historical research remains crucial in documenting the art form's true history. The narrative also illuminates the intricate connections between Hollywood, martial arts practice, and personal storytelling, all while showcasing Bruce Lee's lasting impact on martial arts culture worldwide. The Seagal-Lee story exists within a broader context of martial arts cultural exchange between East and West. During the 1960s and 70s, martial arts were experiencing a dramatic rise in popularity in America, creating an environment where such legends could easily take root. This investigation provides crucial insights for anyone studying martial arts history. Scholars and enthusiasts must diligently verify primary sources and carefully cross-reference dates and timelines to establish historical accuracy. While maintaining healthy skepticism is essential, it must be balanced with respectful consideration of claims. Understanding the broader historical context remains vital for evaluating any martial arts historical narrative accurately. The story serves as a reminder that even in the world of martial arts, where respect for tradition and lineage is paramount, it's crucial to approach historical claims with both reverence and critical thinking. While Steven Seagal did not fight Bruce Lee, and many of his claims about their relationship appear to be questionable, this story remains valuable for what it teaches us about martial arts history, memory, and mythology. It demonstrates how easily narratives can become distorted over time and highlights the importance of careful historical research in maintaining the integrity of martial arts history. The enduring fascination with this story speaks to Bruce Lee's continuing influence on martial arts culture and the powerful allure of connecting one's personal narrative to legendary figures. As we continue to study and appreciate martial arts history, stories like this remind us to balance respect for tradition with a commitment to historical accuracy. This investigation not only clarifies a specific historical claim, but also provides valuable insights into how we approach and verify martial arts history in general. It reminds us that in both martial arts practice and historical research, precision, patience, and careful attention to detail are essential virtues.
I have a solution.
What?
Well, you could do it.
No, come on. First of all, I'm out of practice. And second of all, it takes schooling and,
But you went to the Yale School of Drama, Henry. Come on, you can do it.
Nice to see you.
Before their paths would cross and create one of Hollywood's most enduring friendships, both Henry Winkler and Ron Howard were forging their own unique paths in the entertainment industry. Ron Howard's journey began at a remarkably young age. Born into a family with entertainment roots, Howard was practically raised on television sets. His father, Rance Howard, was an actor and director, introducing young Ron to the industry that would shape his life. By age 2, Ron had already made his first screen appearance, and at age 6, he landed his breakthrough role as Opie Taylor on The Andy Griffith Show. Meanwhile, Henry Winkler's path to stardom took a different route. Born in Manhattan to German-Jewish immigrants, Winkler faced significant challenges early in life, including undiagnosed dyslexia that made academic achievement difficult. Despite these obstacles, he persevered, eventually earning his MFA from Yale School of Drama in 1970.
The Andy Griffith Show, starring Andy Griffith, with Ronnie Howard. Also starring Don Knotts.
In 1974, fate brought these two rising talents together on the set of what would become one of television's most iconic shows. Happy Days was initially conceived as a nostalgic look at 1950s American life, centered around the Cunningham family and their teenage son Richie, played by Ron Howard. The show's creator, Gary Marshall, had a vision for a wholesome family comedy, but he needed something more, a character who could provide an edge to balance the wholesome Cunningham family dynamic. Enter Henry Winkler, auditioning for the role of Arthur Fonzarelli, aka the Fonz.
Henry Winkler couldn't read his audition script. Henry was diagnosed with dyslexia when he was 31 years old. When he read for the role of Fonzie, he couldn't read the script. During the audition, he made up his own lines. Henry told the producers that he did it so they could see the essence of the character. He promised to read his lines as written in the future, and he got the part.
When Winkler first arrived on set, the dynamic between him and Howard was instantaneous. Despite their different backgrounds and approaches to acting, they found common ground in their dedication to their craft and their desire to create something meaningful. From the first day, Winkler would later recall, there was just something about Ron. He had this incredible work ethic combined with a genuine kindness that you rarely find in this industry. Howard, already a veteran actor despite his young age, was equally impressed by Winkler's approach to the character of Fonzie. Henry brought something special to every scene, Howard has said. He could make you laugh and touch your heart in the same moment.
And everything was alright.
Hi, Fonzie.
Well, stepped out, cup, put my feet on the floor.
Hey, have you seen Potsy around?
And I opened the door and then a splish splash.
Oh, great. Thanks a lot. I'll see you, Fonzie.
Oh, hi, Fonzie. Oh, look what some jerk left on the radiator. Boy, oh boy, there's sure some dodos around here.
We have a few mistakes. You want to see some of the mistakes you made?
Some of those.
If you don't like them, turn your head. Okay, Happy Days cast in bloopers.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. We'll be eating it we'll be eating it, I haven't got the slightest idea.
I was having a terrible dream.
Me too.
I dreamt I was in show business. Happy Days.
How do you feel? I gotta take a...
You want to dance first or go right out to the heavy stuff? Go right out to the heavy stuff.
What happened next would test many Hollywood friendships. As Happy Days progressed, Winkler's portrayal of Fonzie began to resonate with audiences in an unprecedented way. The leather-jacketed motorcycle-riding character became a cultural phenomenon. Initially appearing in just a few scenes per episode, Fonzie's popularity led to an expanded role. Merchandise featuring the character flooded stores, from lunchboxes to t-shirts, posters to action figures. "I" became a national catchphrase, and Fonzie's trademark thumbs up was mimicked across America.
Did you notice anything, though?
Well, there was no music when that thing went up.
No theme song. Candace Bergen had a theme song.
Yeah, of course she would get one.
Well, I have a solution.
What?
Well, you know, You could do it.
No, come on. First of all, I'm out of practice. And second of all, it takes schooling and, you know.
You went to the Yale School of Drama, Henry. Come on, you know you can do it.
Nice to see you.
Hey, observe. Whoa.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
As Fonzie's popularity grew, the show's focus began to shift. What had started as the story of the Cunningham family increasingly became centered around Fonzie's character. This kind of situation typically creates tension between co-stars, but something remarkable happened instead. Rather than letting jealousy or competition divide them, Howard and Winkler's friendship deepened. Henry never let the success go to his head, Howard has commented. If anything, he became more supportive, more concerned about making sure everyone on set felt valued. Winkler, for his part, always maintained his respect for Howard's talent and leadership on set. Ron was our quarterback, Winkler has said. No matter how popular Fonzie became, Happy Days was always an ensemble show, and Ron was its heart.
I am Mark from Mark.
Gabaza.
Past a worthy opponent. Why did you do that?
He drew first.
7 years into Happy Days' phenomenal run, Ron Howard made a decision that would reshape both his career and his friendship with Winkler. During a pivotal phone call, Howard revealed his intention to leave the show to pursue his true passion, directing. I remember that call like it was yesterday, Winkler has shared in numerous interviews. Ron said, "Henry, I have to tell you that I'm not coming back. My heart stopped." Then he said, "I'm going to be a director." The news hit Winkler hard. "I thought my life was over. I had never had a co-star like this, someone who was both a brilliant actor and a true friend." But what happened next demonstrated the depth of their friendship. Instead of trying to convince Howard to stay, Winkler became his biggest cheerleader. "I knew in my heart that Ron had a unique vision," Winkler has recalled. He had been studying directing for years, watching and learning from every director who came on our set.
Go.
B-Mark, action!
Just had a flood of letters saying we're going to be sad when you folks leave. This has been the greatest experience of our lives, and it's so quiet down here, and you've brought some laughter and some excitement, and we're going to be talking about this for years. That's the kind of comment we get daily.
Often when you go into a town, it can be a little touch and go, and particularly after a little while, they start to feel that the movie company's running the town. And that hasn't occurred here. It's been just the opposite. We've had nothing but cooperation. All of our background people and small parts and extras we've been able to cast here in St. Petersburg with a lot of people who haven't worked in pictures since the silent days. But it's great. I go up and talk to them about it, and I say, "Gee, you're doing very well." And they'll say, "Well, I know a little something about this. I was with D.W. Griffith in 1913, or I was making pictures in New Jersey as an extra, working as a kid, and I remember." And I ask them if it's changed, and they say, "No, it hasn't changed too much."
Howard's transition from actor to director wasn't immediate success. His first feature film, Grand Theft Auto, 1977, was a modest, low-budget production. But with each project, his skill and confidence grew. Splash, 1984, marked his first major success, featuring Tom Hanks and Daryl Hannah. The film demonstrated Howard's ability to blend comedy, romance, and fantasy into a compelling narrative. Significantly, he made sure to include his friend Winkler in the project, maintaining their professional connection. While Howard was building his directorial career, Winkler continued to evolve as an actor. Determined not to be typecast as Fonzie, he took on diverse roles in both television and film. He also ventured into producing and directing himself. "People thought I might be jealous of Ron's success as a director," Winkler has said, but nothing could be further from the truth. "Every time he succeeded, I felt like I was succeeding too." The 1990s and 2000s saw Howard emerge as one of Hollywood's most respected directors. Apollo 13, 1995, demonstrated his ability to handle complex, true-life stories. A Beautiful Mind, 2001, earned him Academy Awards for Best Picture and Best Director. Ron has this incredible ability to find the humanity in every story, Winkler has observed. Whether it's astronauts in space or a mathematician struggling with mental illness, he makes you care about the characters.
You know, first of all, we are doing this for her, okay? Because neither one of us wants to get divorced. And secondly, I know you're the big marriage expert. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Your wife is dead.
Winkler's career also reached new heights. His role as Barry Zuckerkorn in Arrested Development, produced by Howard's company Imagine Entertainment, showcased his comedic talents to a new generation. Later, his portrayal of Gene Cousineau in Barry would earn him his first Emmy Award. Both men prioritized family amidst their success. Howard married his high school sweetheart Cheryl in 1975, while Winkler married Stacy Weitzman in 1978. Their families often spent time together, creating another layer to their friendship. Throughout their decades-long careers, Howard and Winkler consistently found innovative ways to maintain their professional collaboration alongside their personal friendship. Howard's production powerhouse, Imagine Entertainment, became a creative hub where their paths frequently intersected. Winkler took on roles in several Imagine productions, including appearances in projects like Arrested Development, where he portrayed the hilariously incompetent lawyer Barry Zuckerkorn. Their collaborative spirit extended beyond specific projects. They often served as each other's most trusted advisors, exchanging ideas and providing feedback on potential ventures. This creative partnership demonstrated how their friendship enriched their professional lives while strengthening their personal bond. The impact of their enduring friendship reverberates throughout Hollywood. At industry events and award ceremonies, their genuine warmth and camaraderie stand out in an environment often characterized by superficial relationships. Younger generations of actors and filmmakers frequently cite their relationship as a model of how to maintain authentic connections while navigating the challenges of fame and success. Even today, their friendship continues to flourish. Whether they're supporting each other's latest projects, appearing together at events, or simply spending time together away from the spotlight, their mutual respect and affection remain evident. Their joint appearances at industry functions often become highlight moments, showcasing a friendship that has not only survived, but thrived through 5 decades of Hollywood evolution. Their story transcends Hollywood success. It's a proof to the power of genuine friendship, mutual support, and loyalty. From young actors on a sitcom set to industry legends, Henry Winkler and Ron Howard have shown that some bonds only grow stronger with time.